Now on 767 News, Salsbury protesters charged with unlawful assembly under the 1990 Riot Act. Dominica among 6 Caribbean countries to benefit from sustainable energy funds, and Dominican among 2 charged with alien smuggling. In sports, Police Sports Club and Fast Cash Prowlers emerged victorious in DABA's latest basketball matchup. Welcome everyone, I'm Alicia George and you're watching 767 News. Join me for the latest news stories and developments coming up after this break.
Fresher foods? Bold flavors? More time? Get it all with appliances from Quartz. Purchase any appliance $999 and over. You can be a weekly winner of $200 cash. Plus, purchase any Mabe appliance and win $11,000 in prizes of your choice. Shop with Quartz Ready Finance and pay absolutely nothing for 60 days. So find the solutions for your kitchen and laundry only at Quartz, bringing value home.
Thanks for joining me on today's edition of 767 News. In tonight's newscast, Vanya Uzeb, Peter Vidal, Hilary John, Alex Howe, Gilbert Frederick and Keith Bugunu, all of Salsbury, have been jointly charged with unlawful assembly under Section 4 of the Riot Act, Chapter 1002 of the Commonwealth of Dominica Revised Laws of 1990. The charge in part states that on May 11, 2015 at Salsbury, the 6 individuals unlawfully, riotously assembled together with more than 12 persons for over an hour. Because the offense is indictable, they were not required to plea. Attorney at law Joshua Francis, who along with David Bruni, Ronald Charles and Cara Shillingford, who represents 5 of the accused, argued that the accused should not have been charged under that section of law, since the Act states that 12 or more persons should be charged under that section.
The Act makes provision for 12 persons to be arrested. What we have before the court this morning, or what we had before the court this morning, is the charges being drawn against 6 persons, which means that that is inconsistent to the provisions of the Riot Act, which talks of 12 persons. And as such, I respectfully made the submission that on the face of the charge, there is a defect, hence the matter should be struck off. Obviously, the magistrate disagreed with us and did not grant our application.
The magistrate did not strike off the matter, but instead ruled that the argument could be raised at a future proceeding. During the proceedings, new complaints were also brought against the accused.
The prosecution has an obligation to ensure that justice is transparent. Here it is, persons were charged over a weekend, and you are coming with new charges to them and presenting it just before they go before the court with a previous complaint that the lawyers had in their possession. So that should have been disseminated to the various defendants prior to going into the court, so that the defense team could look at the new charges and be able to do what we have to do in terms of law.
By criminal law and practice would allow the prosecution to serve the defendants or the accused within a reasonable time. And usually it is not good practice to serve defendants or accused within the precincts of the court. And therefore my learned friend Mr. Charles raised the point, and again the magistrate agreed. However, this procedural irregularity does not vitiate the offense.
Attorney Francis said there are a number of issues which remain to be challenged.
And we're hoping that even at the preliminary stages, we'll find favor in the court to strike off the matter. Because there are a number of issues which must be raised before the court. One, whether there was a riot in terms of the meaning of law, whether the behavior of the alleged rioters were tumultuous, and whether 12 or at least 12 persons ought to have been brought before the court. These are just examples of the matters which we will raise going forward.
The matter has been adjourned to October 27, 2015 at St. Joseph, where Francis said the attorneys representing the accused may make another application to have the matter struck off. Meanwhile, the accused will remain on bail with no conditions. Bail amount ranges from $5,000 to $10,000. And Dominica is said to be among 6 Caribbean countries set to benefit from a €4.45 million contribution from the European Union to promote the use of renewable energy and energy efficiency. The money has come with the signing of a contribution agreement between the Caribbean Development Bank, CDB, and the European Union Caribbean Investment Facility, EU CIF, to support the new sustainable energy for the Eastern Caribbean SEC program. The SEC program would allow the Caribbean Development Bank, in collaboration with its development partners, to use innovative financing methods to advance sustainable energy solutions for those 6 member countries. According to Caribbean news sources, the signing took place in Brussels on the sidelines of the 2nd EU CELAC 8th EU LAC Summit held from June 9th to 11th. The summit was essentially held to discuss ways to deepen ties and forge a partnership for the next generation between leaders from the EU and Latin America and Caribbean countries. The EU CIF grant contribution to the SEC program will provide both technical assistance and investment grants to Antigua and Barbuda, Grenada, Dominica, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The signing of the agreement came against the background of the CDB making energy security a thematic focus in its current strategic plan. In other news, on Monday, June 15, staff at the dialysis unit of the Princess Margaret Hospital were recipients of $9,000 worth of office supply from the Ross University School of Medicine. The supplies included a fridge, 2 televisions, an office chair, a microwave, and a filing cabinet. Rosanna Emmanuel, Director of Clinical and Community Affairs at Ross University, said charitable contributions like these are part of the university's corporate social responsibility to their host country.
Giving back to the community is a significant part of our mission. The provision of quality health care requires dedicated staff that works in a conducive environment with the necessary amenities and incentives. Therefore, it is important to improve staff welfare, which will enhance patients' care. To date, we have made several contributions to 21 health centers, as well as the main hospital on island. And today, we are once again donating to the dialysis unit 2 flat-screen TVs, 1 filing cabinet, 1 refrigerator, 1 microwave toaster, oven, and 3 office chairs. We hope that this contribution will further enhance the environment at the dialysis unit, which should result in greater staff satisfaction and enhanced patient care.
The supplies were handed over to the Hospital Services Coordinator, Clayton Bryant, by Dr. Stanley White, Interim Senior Associate Dean of Ross University, at a short ceremony held at the PMH Polyclinic Conference Room. Dr. Ruby Blah, Acting Hospital Medical Director, who spoke at the handing over ceremony, said partners such as the Ross University are critical in ensuring the delivery of high-quality health care since the hospital is unable to function successfully on its own.
The dialysis unit is different from other outpatient clinical facilities because of the nature of dialysis. The unit actually exists as a home, away from home for our patients, because they spend so much time at the unit. And so that is why, on behalf of PMH management, I want to express our profound gratitude to Ross for this important donation.
Dr. Blah said the items will be much appreciated by the patients and staff of the dialysis unit. And Honorable Minister for Trade, Energy and Employment, Ian Douglas, said the government's role in small business development is not only about monetary or financial assistance, but focuses also on helping entrepreneurs understand the fundamentals of a successful business. Minister Douglas said the government is willing to help small business owners. However, there are many persons who have received government assistance for their business and have squandered that money on other things.
You have shut your business down at 9 o'clock in the morning. To be here is a great sign and a great encouragement to me, a government representative, which tells me that there are serious persons in our various rural communities that really want to push their business forward. They're not just interested in the monies that government can give.
The minister reiterated what many have attested to, stating that there are several markets available for export as long as local suppliers are able to produce the quantity and quality needed for those markets. Within the next 3 months, government will make available multi-purpose pack houses, which will store and wash, pack, then ship various types of produce to the region. He encouraged farmers to form groups in order to make a bigger impact in those markets.
The markets are there. Why keep limiting ourselves to Dominica and say Dominica don't have people, so we wouldn't sell? Between Martinique and Guadeloupe, there are 1 million people. 1 million people exist on our very doorstep. It takes half an hour, 45 minutes by boat to get to Marie-Galante, to get to the Saints. These people want to buy everything that we have to offer. As the Minister of Trade, I was in Martinique about a month ago, 3 weeks to a month ago, and I met with one of the biggest supermarket owners in Martinique. And the man is literally telling us, Mr. Douglas, don't ask me what I want. There is nothing Dominica can produce that we cannot take.
Minister Douglas warned entrepreneurs against mixing their personal lives and debts with their potential business.
So when you generate $100 at the end of the week, when you generate $1,000 at the end of the month, pay the business first. That money is not money for you to put in your pocket to go and drink 2 kubulis down the road, or to go to St. Martin or to go to St. Lucia for a jazz festival. That money is to go back into the business. You yourself must have a salary, and that salary must not be unreasonable. You must pay yourself as if you are an employee of the business. The business technically is not you.
Minister Douglas highlighted the hard work put in by selected Dominicans who started from nothing and built some well-known businesses on island. True success stories, he said. He implored all present to adopt the work ethics of these individuals, reminding them that nothing substitutes for hard work. Minister Douglas was at the time addressing the opening ceremony of the first in a series of small business development training sessions. Up next, Dominican man named among 2 involved in alien smuggling in the USVI. And Cultural Division launches a Screw Pine Craft documentary. More details when 767 News returns.
Let's see how easy it is to play Powerball and win. Simply select 4 numbers from 1 to 30 and a power pick number from 1 to 5, and that's it. You have just selected your winning numbers for Powerball. Or just get a quick pick and let the machine select your lucky numbers for you. Remember, Powerball is drawn every Wednesday and Saturday from 9 p.m. Powerball from the Dominica National Lottery.
Welcome back. Dominican Judge Shillingford is among 2 men facing serious charges in the USVI, according to an online article by the St. Croix source. 33-year-old Shillingford, along with Kendrick Christopher, 47, of Grenada, were arrested on Thursday, June 11th, when they were charged with encouraging and inducing 61 aliens to enter the United States in violation of the law. At the conclusion of their Friday detention hearing, U.S. Magistrate Judge Ruth Miller remanded both men to the custody of U.S. Marshals Service, pending further proceedings. According to the complaint, the U.S. Coast Guard and U.S. Customs and Border Protection intercepted the SV and Perna of the coast of St. John on Wednesday. The complaint states that the vessel was operated by both Christopher and Shillingford and contained 61 Haitian nationals seeking to enter the United States illegally. If convicted of encouraging and inducing aliens to enter the United States illegally, Christopher and Shillingford face a maximum sentence of not more than 5 years in prison. If the offense was done for the purpose of private financial gain, the sentence is not more than 10 years in prison. U.S. Customs and Border Protection, the U.S. Coast Guard, and the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, along with Homeland Security investigations, are investigating the case. And in an effort to further preserve Dominica's culture, the Division of Culture embarked on a project to give the public a first-hand look at the production of screw pine crafts. These craft products are made from dried leaves of the palm-like tree called screw pine and are used to craft a variety of products. Cultural Officer in the Division of Culture, Carlton Henry, said the practice of creating these screw pine items has been done for many years throughout history.
Screw pine craft is craft items done from the screw pine leaves, which are usually sometimes naturally dried from the plant itself, or usually there's a process which the mini documentary would show you would have to undertake to get it prepared to do this craft item.
Henry said the mini documentary includes the craft making process done by a local craft building veteran who hails from the village of Grand Bay. He said the video launch took place on Monday, June 15th and is available on the Cultural Division's YouTube channel and Facebook page, and hopes that the public will gain an appreciation for the art form.
The documentary was created in that short version so we could get it out there to via social media. We wanted something that people would not get bored of looking at. We want something short but very interactive, something very lively, and something not too long that it may bore anybody. We just wanted something that you could look at you could have a look of it on your telephone, on your tablet, that you could share it via Facebook. If you go on to our, the Division of Culture YouTube channel, you'll find the mini documentary there.
Goods such as hats, bags, table mats, handbags, and fans are made from screw pine. Jordan Jerome, 21 of Goodwill, has been announced as the winner of the National Cooperative Credit Union's inaugural Amateur Photography and Video Competition. The NCCU Amateur Photography and Video Competition was launched in April to encourage youth savings and as part of activities to mark its 2015 Youth Week. The NCCU announced Jerome as its winner via its Facebook page on Monday, June 15th. Speaking with 767 News on Tuesday, Jerome said it was a challenge worth participating in.
It was a good challenge. I was happy, and it was a form of motivation for me as well, because I really want to be, a good producer, good video editor, that kind of vibes, and it was like a stepping stone for me, motivating me to continue and not give up on my goals.
Jerome will be awarded $500, which he says he will be saving.
The concept of the actual competition is to encourage saving, so I can boldly say that I am going to save the money, and I can put it in something to maybe have some further use. And I really wanted to send out a good sharp idea of how wild we can actually be while saving. And if you really watch the video, you could see that I was pretty wild, simply just the sense of a coin from maybe a good mile away, or however you think about it, and to just simply search for it just to save.
Jerome said the NCCU should continue the competition as he believes it will motivate other young people as much as it motivated him. Tamika Balson came in second with her video, while Dwight Duge came in third position with his still shot photo. As part of the competition, young persons aged 16 to 25 who enjoy taking photographs or making short videos were invited to use their smartphones, cameras, and other devices to creatively capture still and moving images on one or both of the competition themes, while about saving and the art of membership. An award ceremony will be held on Wednesday, June 17th at 3 p.m. at the NCCU's main office in Roseau. And that's it for local news. The latest in sports is coming up next, so stay tuned.
Play Daily 3 and get a chance to win daily cash from $20 to $100. For every $9 or more spent on Daily 3, you get a chance to win daily cash instantly. Up to $100 cash daily for 6 weeks. The more you spend, the more tickets you get, the better your chances of winning every day. Plus, there's a chance to win a refrigerator if you receive an entry form. Take a chance to win instant cash all day, all week for 6 weeks with Daily 3 Daily Cash promotion. Only from the Dominica National Lottery.
Welcome back. In sports this evening, the Green Hornets was again defeated by the Police Sports Club in their second matchup for the season in Game 1 on Sunday, June 14th at Trafalgar. The Police justified their cause with a 74-45 beatdown by extending a major lead in the second half after an extremely competitive first half with halftime scores of 24-31 in their favor. Top performers for Green Hornets were Jacques Coulet, double-double with 22 points, 12 rebounds, and 4 steals. Tilang Birmingham, double-double with 13 points, 11 rebounds, and 1 block. And top performers for Police Sports Club were Malan Hilaire, double-double with 20 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, and 5 steals. Kerry Christmas, double-double with 10 points, 11 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 steals, and 1 block. In Game 2 again at Trafalgar, the Fast Cash Prowlers devoured their prey, E.H. Charles crossovers, by 10 points after dominating the first and second quarters. By halftime, the scores were 49-27 in their favor. In the third and fourth quarters, Crossover made a remarkable turn, closing in the gap and dominating the third and fourth quarters. However, they were unable to take the lead. Final scores were Prowlers 78 and Crossover 68. Top performers for Fast Cash Prowlers were Julian Iles Jr., a double-double with 31 points and 11 rebounds. Ronald Bruno, 13 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists and 2 steals, while Fitzgerald Daniels got 12 points, 4 assists and 1 steal. Top performers for E.H. Charles Crossover were Sergey Joseph, double-double with 18 points and 11 rebounds, Josh Telemark, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal and 1 block, and Emil Cado, 12 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal and 1 block. And that's it for sports this evening. We now go to the Met Office for today's weather report.
Hello, good evening. Welcome to tonight's weather broadcast. I will be your presenter for this evening, Farah Rock Career. We go straight into some earlier satellite imagery, and what it showed was multi-layered clouds over the central and southern portion of the Lesser Antilles, resulting in the cloudy conditions that we experienced throughout today. Let's take a look now at some earlier radar imagery, and what it indicated was spotty shower activity across the Lesser Antilles. The weather tonight is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy with some showers. The weather tomorrow is expected to be partly cloudy with a few scattered showers. The marine conditions tomorrow is expected to be moderate, and waves will be up to 8 feet. So small craft operators and sea bathers, please do exercise caution. The weather for the next 3 days, well, tomorrow Wednesday, partly cloudy with few scattered showers. An improvement is expected by Thursday into Friday, and some breezy conditions expected throughout the 3-day period. Weak instability will continue to reduce occasional cloudiness and scattered showers across the Lesser Antilles, with an increasing cloudiness and showers expected in the southern portion of the Lesser Antilles. The international city forecast: beautiful sunny conditions expected in New York and Miami, thunderstorm activity in Caracas and Beijing, and some cloudy conditions expected in London. Sunrise will be at 5:35 a.m. tomorrow, and sunset at 6:38 p.m. For more information, you could always visit our website at weather.gov.dm or call our weather hotline at 447-5555. Join us tomorrow evening for our next weather broadcast. Thank you.
That was the Met Office with today's weather report. Now for a recap of tonight's headline stories. Salsbury protesters charged with unlawful assembly under the 1990 Riot Act. Dominica among 6 Caribbean countries to benefit from sustainable energy funds. And Dominican among 2 charged with alien smuggling. In sports, Police Sports Club and Fast Cash Prowlers emerged victorious in DABA's latest basketball matchup. And that's all the time we have for now. Until tomorrow, drop us an email at media@767news.dm. Friend us on Facebook and be sure to like our 767 News page. From all of us on the 767 News production team, I'm Alicia George, wishing you a wonderful evening and thanks for watching.